I got braces on my teeth, and I joined the writing group that changed my life, which is called Oklahoma Romance Writers of America. And there's my good friend and author, Maxine Douglas, and she's also a part of that organization. And if any of you are pursuing a writing career, my best word of advice is to join a writers group, because giving and receiving critiques is absolutely essential if you're seeking publication. I mean, you just can't do it without it. Would you agree, Debbie?
I agree, totally.
Critiques.
Yep.
Just reading them and doing them for people is just as important as having them done for you, because that's how you learn. And anyway, and it's also awesome to interact with other people who speak your language. It was really liberating to find a group of people. I felt like the bee in the video back in the 80s where the little bee girl is walking around and she sees this whole, this whole meadow full of bees just like her. You just walk in and think, wow, these people know exactly what you're talking about. I could ask them, I don't know, how to commit a murder, how to rob a bank, kidnap the president, anything like that. They wouldn't bat an eye. They would just tell me, how they would do it if it were them. So that was really great. And I found that other authors are very supportive of one another, and that's because they're not in competition with each other. They don't have to be. Readers don't just read one certain author. They read lots of different genres and lots of authors. So you don't have to be in competition. You can just build each other up and help each other to get where you need to be. So that was really, really eye-opening for me. And there's another thing. I'll tell you a secret about writers groups. It doesn't matter what you write, because I was dragged to a romance writers group by my friend that wrote romance, but I had never written romance and I had never read romance in my entire life. When I went to that meeting, I was just sitting there going, oh my gosh, they're going to find me out anytime now. But they didn't care, because it doesn't matter what you write. Good writing is good writing. And in the end, it doesn't really matter what comes out of your pen as long as you're writing. I wrote contemporary short stories, and usually in first-person POV. But by the time that first meeting ended, I was in love with all the other members, and their enthusiasm was so infectious, it didn't matter that they wrote romance and I didn't. But after joining OKRWA, and we sometimes call that Okra, it's easier to say, and I don't get my letters mixed up, I did decide to try my hand at romance after joining that group.